Hey friends, welcome to week 6 on Timeless Talks with Telly. And today I want to talk about forgiveness. What does forgiveness mean to you? What is your relationship with forgiveness? And how do you exercise it on a day-to-day basis to get you through? This is a tough one. I'm not going to lie to you, but I want to dive in. Let's talk about it. Let's work through it. And let's see what we can come up with. Let's see what new insights we can come up with. What is forgiveness? It is the intentional decision to let go of resentment and or anger. How easily can you let go? What does it look like for you to let go? Meaning, what do you need to happen internally for you to let something go? Does it depend on what happens? Does it depend on who the person is? Does it depend on where you are mentally and emotionally? Are you even aware of where you are mentally and emotionally, or where you would need to be in order to let something go? Let's talk about it. The main thing I want you to know about forgiveness, and people always debate about forgiving someone. How can you forgive someone if they've done X, Y, and Z? I understand. Trust me. There are things that I still have to work on forgiving people for, and I've never met these people. But when people say forgiveness is for you, it truly means that you are forgiving them so that you can move forward. That does not mean that you are giving the person or the thing a pass or an excuse for it happening, for it being vile, for it affecting you in a way that's changed your life forever. But it is to regain your power as a person, as an individual. It is for you to regain autonomy over your life. It is for you to reclaim sovereignty over the treasures of your heart and your mind so that you can move forward without always thinking about this thing that a person did, or this thing that is daunting, lingering over your mental and emotional space. It's so that you can be free. Forgiveness is so powerful because even if the person is not sorry for what they've done to you, how they've affected you in some way, you are able to live your life without it being in the back of your mind, without it influencing every decision, every thought that you have. Forgiveness is for you because if you don't forgive them, you're constantly thinking about it. It controls everything. You make decisions in your life based off of the fear or the apprehension or the avoidance, the numbness, the ill feelings that you have over something that's happened to you. If you forgive them, if you truly forgive them in your hearts of hearts, it's not that you are friends with this person, it's not that you like them, but it does mean that you're able to move forward with your life. It does mean that you're able to create new memories. It does mean that you're able to redefine who you are instead of being defined by that thing that should have never been attached to you in the first place, instead of being defined by that thing that was sent to destroy you. You're now reclaiming who you are. You're now reclaiming what you do in this life, and it's for your greater good. Another thing that's very important to note is that forgiveness does not mean re-entry. Again, just because you forgive someone, it does that not mean that you are inviting them back into your life. It means that you are forgiving what they've done so that you can move forward without that holding you hostage internally. We can all pretend externally that certain things aren't bothering us, certain things aren't phasing us. But the reality is that whatever those desires, those thoughts that you may have on your heart and mind that you know you are not going for, you're not acting upon because of the fear or the ill feelings that you have of something that's happened to you by someone, that's what matters at the end of the day. Not just how you're showing up externally, it's how you're unable to show up internally. That's why you forgive. You forgive so that at night you can sleep peacefully. At night you can sleep with a clear mind and a clear heart, with a clear conscience. That's why you forgive. You forgive because what that person did to you is not the definition of who you are. It is not your entire story. Yes, it may be a part of it, and it may be a part of your story that you want to forget entirely for the rest of your life. But in order to truly do that, you have to forgive them. You have to create room and space for the beautiful things that your life can hold. But you have to believe that you're worthy of that. You have to believe that you're valuable beyond measure, because you are. You have to see that light within yourself so that you are able to empower yourself despite and move forward and rewrite your story. Always remember, more often than not, but specifically about forgiveness, it is more about who you are in the present and where you are going, and so much less about who you were and who people think you are based off of what's happened to you in the past. And that's why it's so important, because it's releasing you, it's giving you freedom, it's liberating who you are, who you will be, so that you can continuously create authentically, be authentically, love and love authentically. Forgiveness, folks, it's hard, it's not easy, but at the end of the day, it's for you. And if you value your life, if you value the direction in which you choose to go, then you will value forgiveness, and you will you'll seek to understand what forgiveness has the power to do, because you know that you're more, you know that you're greater, and you know that you are not defined by what's happened to you, what people have done to you, excuse me. And you know that you're bigger. You're so much bigger. Remember, forgive for you. That's what people mean when they say forgiveness is for you, because you're not holding on to the feeling that is attached with the thing that something has done or someone has done to you in order to destroy you. You're reclaiming your victory because you're still here, and you're still here wholeheartedly. Forgive. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Timeless Talks with Telly. I'll see you next week.